What is going on, everyone? DJ's here with another Advanced Wars by Web replay analysis. Today, we're going to be continuing the tournament series. We're going to be examining the Smacky Cup 3. The Smacky Cup, for all of you that don't know, is the premier Advanced Wars by Web Fog tournament. This is number 3. Just for context sake, in Smacky Cup 1, I lost in round 1. Smacky Cup 2, I lost round 1. Smacky Cup 3, this is round 5. I decided in this Smacky Cup, I really wanted to put effort. I prepared for my games, and so I thought this would be a good game for the tournament series. Facing off in round 5 versus familiar face Mr. Muji6. But first, before we talk about the people, let's talk about this map right here. It's Stalling Rod 1 vs 1. It's ubiquitous to the Advanced Wars by Web community. Very common map, high income, 3-base, corner, battle royale sort of map. What's notable about this map, the comp towers are a little contested, but what's really notable about this map is the high income. It is one of the highest income maps in all of Advanced Wars by Web. For that reason, expect a lot of teched up units, neo-tanks, bombers, fighters, some stealths, etc. It's not uncommon to have those units that cost a lot of money. I would never build a mega tank, but hey, sometimes they get built. Also, it's interesting because it's a very flexible and dynamic map. Unlike having a strong base side and a weak side, it's very flexible. This is technically your strong side over here as blue. You go over here because you have no forests blocking you. Whereas red going down here has forest blocking there and forest blocking there. And likewise, blue's weak side is technically this comm tower area over there. It's very slight. The only difference is one movement. This literally forest is one movement more than if there was a forest right here. So it's a very slight strong side, weak side, very dynamic map. For that reason, people can make whatever side they want for their strong side, for their weak side. They can surprise an opponent over here strong with all 3 bases pumping up there if you so choose. It's not uncommon to see a very dynamic sort of matchup. Because of this, it leads to a lot of upsets because people can get caught off guard. There could be 8 PC openings. There could be recon openings on the weak side, recon openings on the strong side, tank builds, artillery builds, copter spammers. I've seen 3 copters built by like day 10 once, and they just completely destroyed the strong side of an opponent because they had no anti-air yet. So there's so much dynamicism with this map. Upsets are crazy on this map. I've seen tons of upsets on this map. For that reason, I do not like this map because I often lose on this map. I get upset a lot. I get upset and then I get upset afterward and angry. So, very dynamic map. Since this is the Fog tournament, there's a 35-day limit, so anything goes beyond 35 day or cuts off 35. Whoever has the most properties then wins, labs included. Now, let's talk about my matchup right here. It's Olaf versus Olaf. This was a new tier 2 matchup. So basically new tier 1. Olaf was so overpowered on this map in tier 2 that they bumped him up to tier 1.5 basically. So you're allowed to choose Von Bolt, Olaf, Javier. I don't think Nell is allowed, but basically it's all of tier 1 except for Sasha and Hawk are allowed. For that reason, a lot of people pick Von Bolt, a lot of people pick Olaf. My reasoning behind picking Olaf is because this is a very high income map. As I noted in a lot of my videos, the higher the income, the better global damage COs become. The better Hawk becomes, Olaf becomes, Drake becomes. Hey, if a Hawk was available, I would have picked him in an instant. But he's not available. Von Bolt is tier 1. Olaf is technically tier 2. However, with the high income, Olaf really evens the playing field. If Von Bolt does not have a strong advantage by the time the first Winter Fury comes around or second Winter Fury comes around, Olaf's going to wear him down through attrition. So you really have to be aware that global damage is overpowered on this map. Also, so many planes, it's really hard to stop it's very easy to stop reinforcement lines with the Blizzard and with the Winter Furies. So also it can really muck up reinforcement lines. So Von Bolt actually has a challenge here. I've seen the majority of people actually pick Olaf over Von Bolt. Kind of surprising a lot of people. Didn't surprise me because Olaf is overpowered on this map. I think he had like a 65% win rate. Unbelievable in tier 2. But my opponent is Muji6. He's a strong dude. I played him in live league many times in Fog. I think we probably played at least 5+ times. I don't think I've lost to him as of before this game. So I was like, yeah, I can beat this boy up. Let's go, Muji. But he's a very strong player. I mean, he got to round 5. He won round 1, 2, 3, 4 pretty handily. Similar to me. Kind of just one guns a-blazing. We're going for the finals, you know. This is the game before the finals. So whoever advances in this bracket actually goes on to the finals to play the very best of the best, talking about Alagatua, Tordred, Go7, Lord Clefairy. So this is a high-stakes match right here. But we both picked Olaf. And I want to focus this match on reinforcement lines and positioning. I think there's a lot to learn from this. I wouldn't say the game is a banger per se, but there's a lot to learn from it, so let's go through it. Anyway, I'm on the bottom in the blue, Muji's on the top in the red. Capture phase is normal. Nothing unusual. A lot of people like to go for this backup. I tend to ignore it these days. I go for a very aggressive. It's particularly playing against an Olaf. You want to capture all the contested properties as early as possible. Because you're going to really hard to get them later on when there's Winter Furies going on. All your infantry have 8 HP. Takes 3 turns to cap instead of 2. So as you can see, I ignore this. And actually also ignore that cap at the bottom. I could have technically built a tank this turn, but I was feeling like Boomy. I was like, I don't think he's going to build an early recon. I just had a hunch. A lot of people don't like building early recons versus me because when you face a player that's a higher ranking, you usually play very conservative. So there's a bit of psychoanalysis going on there. So I was like, I don't think he's going to risk it all to go for a day 3 recon versus me, so I'm not worried about it. So I thought maybe a day 4 recon, maybe a day 5 or a tank or something. So as you can see, I'm not going to capture that cap right there. I'm going straight for the middle. The most contested properties on this map are this property and like this whole line right here. These 3 right here. Actually, you can include this whole corner, to be perfectly honest. This should fall under blue's control, the corner property here. But these 2 are super juicy, particularly like these 3. Super juicy. Likewise over here, super juicy, because this is the weak side for blue. So this is within 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 turns. Comm Tower, you can stop it in 2 turns. This is always going to go under blue's control. Comm Tower, like, stoppages are very rare on this map. And it's a huge overcommitment to do it. So I don't think the Comm Towers are actually contested. It's mostly this property here. You really want to get it. So this guy is beelining. I'm like, I'm going to capture this or this, and I'm going to capture that sweet property. And I want that really badly. Second in time, like most other properties, second tier of properties I'm looking at are these 2 over there. So got my eyes on it. I build my recon on my strong side and tank on my weak. This is to counter a recon pressure from the strong side from him. And this is to get a nice scouting. Also, recons are so important on this map. Like, you need to be building per game, maybe like 10 plus recons. I like to have at least 3 at a time. 2 if I'm feeling a little dangerous. You should always have at least 2 recons. I love recons. They're so good on this map. There is no mountains literally anywhere but like here and there. So you have no vision. You need to have recon vision. They are so important. You will miss friendships. You'll miss like positioning. You need to have recons. They're great for interrupting, 2-hit KOs. You have a recon attack infantry on a city, then you follow up with an infantry, guaranteed 2-hit KO. You gotta have that. It goes without saying. So then I decided to go my tank on my strong side. This was actually a temporary tank on my weak side. Defend against these, and then shift to my strong side and just basically go all in. Temporarily defend over here, then shift over to the strong side. I'm gonna have all my tanks going into the chain. That was the plan. No artillery. I want to be aggressive. I want to get the most aggressive caps. I can be defensive afterward, but right now I'm gonna focus on the caps. Then I can settle in. Once I capture my properties, the contested properties, we're all good to go, baby. But right now, feeling pretty chill. He builds a tank in the middle. Honestly, I prefer tanks on either side here. The middle is not that, well, I mean, it's more flexibility, but you can reinforce quicker without the forest here. I probably would have preferred to see the tank here. But maybe he just wants maximum flexibility, which is fine. So, recon gets in position. I see a lot of stuff. I see all of the contested properties. So if he tries to stop capture one right now, I can easily interrupt, which is very nice for me. Gets his tank in position. He's got pretty good tanks. Finally gets a recon. I would have got that out earlier. Here's a crucial turn. I go straight for the cap that I always wanted. This one right here. I really want that cap. I really want that cap. Like I said, it is crucial. As Olaf, it is incredibly hard to get these caps later on in the game. You want to get them as early as possible. So I'm gunning for it. I got tank backup. I'm like, if you want to stop me, I'm going to like run you over with 2 tanks and a recon. What does he do? He makes he doesn't actually even scout me out here, I don't think. So he doesn't even know I'm capping. And he's a turn behind, because notice he captured this property where I delayed this property. So I'm 1 turn ahead capping over here, which is very important in a map like this. He gets a temporary income boost, but really it's not worth it in the long term. Builds his first copter, it's day 9. I think I build my first anti-air and the spidey senses start kicking in. Maybe I build the next turn. Like I said, you want to build anti-air and fog days 8 through 10 typically. Maybe earlier if it's a higher income or higher like air presence map. Maybe a little later if it's tucked in the corner or you're placing a Drake or something. But 8 to 10 typically is great to do in fog. So I get the most contested property right there. And he's not ready on that. So I have already checked something off on my list. I said, yes. If I can defend and stop him from getting that property, I will have a permanent 1k income advantage. And if I can capture it, it's a 2k income advantage. But hey, for now, I just want to deny it. I'm feeling good. After day 9, I already am feeling good about the game. Things are going very well for me. It seems so slight and small. And then I know I haven't seen anything over here. As you can see, we're kind of hiding our tanks. His tank's hidden here, I can't see it. My tanks are kind of fallen back and hidden. My recon's hidden. Everything's hidden. Neither of us sees any vehicles. Neither of us sees any vehicles of the opponent. So it's completely hidden. And I know something's up there. I'm like, I'm not going to capture that. I'm going to go for the safer, still contested property, but slightly safer over here. It is 1 square closer over. Actually, no, it's 2 squares closer over here. I won't quite be able to reach it in 2 vehicle turns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But it's still very close. And I just go for the capture there. His tank sees me easily. Get my tanks in position, also hiding them. I'm not showing my hand. Either side could be I could have 5 tanks over here for all he knows. I could have 5 tanks for here all he knows. Right now, we're trying to shroud everything in mystery. Both of us are playing it very well, hiding our hand. A lot of people are like, put the tank here. I reveal it's strong. You can't attack. Sure, I can't attack it if it's on here and it's in your reinforcement range, but it also reveals where your vehicles are. You want to keep things hidden as long as possible, especially your teched up units and copters. Do not reveal your copter as long as possible until it needs to attack to catch your opponent off guard. Likewise with a Neo tank, likewise with a medium tank. Keep your tech ups hidden. Actually, do not build an anti-air this turn. I guess I'm waiting to the last minute. I'm going to build it day 10, I swear to God. So, will he interrupt? He does. Smart move. He needed to do that. Like, you can't allow me to get this property and this property. Similarly, I don't want him to get any of these 2 properties. Like, good move there. Worth interrupting the cap. I understand why he didn't do a tank, because if he attacked with a tank and I have a tank over here by myself, I do not. But he has no idea. If I had revealed my tanks, he probably would have attacked with a tank and double hit KO'd me. Like, that's why you keep your hand hidden. Keep them guessing. So smart move, heads up move by Muji right there. It's long term, that's going to pay off dividends. Keeps his tank hidden. Builds an anti-air, it's day 10. I can guarantee I build an anti-air this turn. I listen to my old rule, my own rules, don't worry. Build my own copter, finish off with a recon. Like, if this was an infantry, it would not have finished it off. So I have a nice little recon there. I love the 2-hit KO. Going also ballsily for this property. Like I said, these are the most contested properties. These ones over here, and of course this middle property. So these 3, and these 3. And I've already gotten 1 of the 6. I'm praying I can get more of them. I'm like, maybe he'll let me get this. Maybe if I do both at the same time, I can get 1 of them. Maybe that would happen. Please. I put my tank in reinforcement range. I think I also shipped my tank over there. I'm not quite sure where to put my tanks in. Like I said, I haven't seen a single one of his vehicles. He hasn't seen a single one of my vehicles. It's quite crazy. Well, you can see my recon now. That's all you can see. So my anti-air, I put it down here because it has a faster reinforce. I was going to shift my copter up here and my anti-air over here. So if he fights me over here with copters, I have a copter to attack his copter. If he fights me with copters over here, I have an anti-air to have a copter. If I send both to one side, the other side is completely butt-ass naked, going to get destroyed and exploited. So you want to have at least some sort of air counter, be it a battle copter of your own or an anti-air on each side. So I need to have all my bases covered. And notice here's a little DG move. I could have interrupted this cap. I could have interrupted that cap. I thought about it. I said, I could interrupt that cap. I got my vehicles. But in the long term, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyway, it's within quite easy range to reinforce over there. I calculated it was not worth it to interrupt this cap right there. In the past, I would have done that, interrupt. But I'm learning from Alagatua. I'm learning from Rip. I'm learning from the patient, more methodical players of Fog. Don't just baboon it, like, stop it, yeah, attack. No, relax. I'm not even going to try to capture that. I just didn't even interrupt it. So I'm growing as a player. I'm being a little more patient than normal. And it works. I would have lost an infantry and he would have captured that anyway. He goes for the most contested cap over here. Hell no, I'm not allowing that. Tank comes in. Recon comes in, kills my recon. And I'm assuming he's going to stop my cap too. Boom. Boom. Stops another cap over here. Stops my really crucial cap. And he starts his own cap as well over there with a copter in tow. So he's doing pretty good to counterattack here. However, he is a bit overextended over here. This tank is probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 turns away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're both 3 turns. However, my artillery will reach quicker. My copters will reach quicker. My recons will reach quicker. So even if we are in the same technically 3 reinforcement zone, there is a difference in terms of what vehicles can also reach at the same time. My medium tanks will reach quicker, for example. So, I see this, I said, forget the cap, I'm killing that recon. I want to kill Vision first, and I also want to weaken his tank. And there's something interesting here. Finish that off. I do make a mistake here. So I have to interrupt this cap, that is a given. The mistake here was, I was like, what? I thought about this for a long time. I see these 2 tanks here. I'm like, I could attack 1 from the city, and that'd be like a 9-3. I could attack from here, that'd be like a 4-8. Like 2 free tank hits. And I was thinking about it. Similar to how I was thinking about interrupt that cap, and I was like, I'm not gonna do it. I thought about it so hard. And I didn't do it. In fact, I used my tank to interrupt the most important cap, try to cap it myself. And this was dumb. I should have kept this like in this forest over here. This is too aggressive. Like it's way too aggressive. It's copters, tanks, reinforced. I should have had it fallen back. So as long as it's defending that 8 HP tank and this tank over here, I should put it like in this forest. So that was dumb. Another dumb thing. I'm going all out over here, which is not necessarily dumb. However, I'm allowing too many targets. Look at this. This recon is in a terrible position. Why is it in a terrible position? Exactly 2 reinforce from a tank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's on a road. It's going to be a one-shot. I'm not going to be able to get this cap, realistically. I really wanted it, but he can punish me very hard. Luckily, he only has 1 tank over here. My recon is paying off dividends. I can see 3 of his tanks, and I was like, there's probably not more than 1 tank over here. I have 2 tanks over here. I want to take advantage of having tank superiority. I'm capping everything. However, he makes a mistake here, a pretty bad mistake. Well, first off, the tank attacks. That's not the bad mistake. It is a bit of a mistake, though. He is overextending into my strong side, or my weak side. He interrupts the cap there. Here's where he made a mistake. Stop my cap. He doesn't even stop my cap. I was like, what? This is like the most contested. These are the 2 most contested. You're going to allow me to have that cap? And he did. Reveals my tank. Too easy. Free copter hit. This is what I get for waiting an extra turn at the anti. I would have been up over here probably on that city. So maybe I should have built it day 9 in retrospect. So that part sucked. And he's going to finish off my recon, no doubt, or knock it down to 1. Luckily, we love our 1 HP recons because they still provide tons of vision, even though they can't attack, really. But he allowed me to get that cap. And I was like, yes. Yes. Oh, I'm so happy. Like I said, once you get these properties, it is so hard to flip them. So hard to flip them. Like, he's not going to get this. And he's not going to get that. I'm not going to allow it. But he bungled it. He really should have attacked me right there. He really should have. Now I have a 3k income lead. A 2k income lead, like, entrenched. Like, that's not changing. I get an artillery over there. I'm front shifting. I got a little copter chain. I'm not allowing that infantry cap. Let's not kid ourselves. Tank comes in. Another thing. Why did I attack this tank from here? Why didn't I attack that tank? I am shifting the battle over. When I attack from here, now I'm in 2 reinforcement range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are within reinforcement range now. He is now going to have to be further away from his base than mine. Any engagement over here is going to be unfavorable for him in the long term. See how I like slowly, slightly push the battle over there. I kill off a tank, slightly push the battle. If he continues, it's a win for me. Also, my copters are going to be reinforced, and I build my first Neo. I have the income advantage. I want to catch him off guard with a Neo. He actually teched up first with a medium tank because I think he saw my tank superiority over here. He saw 1 at least. Obviously, I'm not allowing either of these 2 crucial caps. And I basically take all my units and heal them up. I heal this up. I'm going to heal up my 1 HP recon. I'm winning the infantry war over here. It's all going great. We're near the superpower as well. I am dreading getting superpower second. So and that's another reason I kind of pull back. I don't want to go too baboonian over here because he's going to get the first Winter Fury, which is crucial. Because whoever gets the first Winter Fury usually gets the second, third, fourth, fifth Winter Fury. That's just how it goes because of the charge mechanic. Because when you get the first Winter Fury, your opponent has weakened defenses. You can attack. Well, not weakened, but normal defenses. You have extra bonus. They're weak. They're at full HP. Afterward, when they attack you back, you get charge. Once they've used their Winter Fury, you get a free turn to get as much charge as you possibly can. And so you get a little head start, maybe like a 6k head start, as we'll see. So he gets the medium tank in range. Shift his copter, smart move. You revealed it over here. Now I have my anti-air there, of course. So you want to front shift. He keeps attacking over here into my weak side, but like pretty overextended at this point. He really wants these properties. But he's allowing me basically to get the super right here because he put too many units around. I probably would have fallen back a bit. So I attack in. I saw the anti-air. Like I said, this recon is so crucial. I saw the anti-air sneak into that forest. Recons are so good. Recons are so good, man. Tank comes in, close to my super. Close to my super. I take a terrible engagement just to get charge. Recon takes a god-awful engagement to get charge. And Bagunga. Winter Fury. I get the first Winter Fury. Beautiful. Boom, baby. Boom. Recon gets in this beautiful position right here. I see all his reinforcement. If he shifts over down here, I see it. If he shifts up here, I see it. Beautiful vision right now from a 1 HP unit. You don't see that very often. I fall back for the most part. I capture, but I fall back because I'm sensing, well, I'm winning over here. Something's up over here. Usually when you're winning a little too easily, something's going on. I build another anti-air because my spidey senses are tingling. I saw that copter retreat. I keep it centralized. That's another reason I fell back over here because I was like, that copter front shifted. So just in case there's another, I'm going to guard over here. But next turn I have intentions to move this back down over there where the copter front shifted. Immediate Winter Fury, as expected. I think, does he attack with this copter? He shouldn't. I don't think he does though. It would not attack that unit with the copter right now. He actually does a lot of combines, Muji does. He combines his 3 and his 4. I don't know about that. That seems suspect. It's within these copters, and he doesn't have an anti-air, so it's kind of suiciding his units. Yeah, he does not attack with the copter. Smart move. I attack in. Look, see, I'm getting some free charge right here. I get a little head start on the charge, which is really crucial for deciding who gets the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th Winter Fury first. Get a little head start, kill off some units. I'm not getting too ballsy. I'm going for the contested properties. I got my Neo Tank in range. I'm still falling back. I'm like, something is up over here. Something is very up over here. I'm still going to try for the cap, but I know something's up. So I end the turn. I have a nice 4k, advantage in the race for the next Winter Fury, which is always nice. Then the copters come in. My anti-air is not in position. Honestly, probably should have shifted it down here after seeing the copter. That was my mistake on that part. But he shifts his units, and he should be retreating. He should not be capturing this. He should not be attacking over here. He should be retreating. I am winning this battle way, way hard over here. He's retreating these units, but he's not retreating his infantry, which is kind of just sacking them. So I just murder them all. Copter reinforce. Kill off that unit. Kill off his infantry. Boonga. And now I can finally... These two. Like I said, the whole game. I love those. And I've been having a 2AK income lead this entire time, which is very important. I need to maintain that. Hell no, I'm not allowing that property. Hell no. Interrupt this cap. Knock it down to 5. Now this is his strong side. He's going to wipe me over here. But I'm slowly front shifting my forces over here. I have a lot of beefy units, but I intend to actually shift them south. He combines more units. He loves combining. Muji loves combining units. He retreats in the top. It makes sense. You're attacking one area. You want to retreat in the other area. He knows the gospel of Deej. I'm not allowing that cap. Boonga. I go for the most contested property. The second most. Well, actually more contested for me. It's harder for me to get than this one. I'm praying. Can I get this property? Please. And this one too. Please. I just need it. Heal all my units. When you have an income lead, you want to heal your units. I shift my Neo Tank down. I'm like, oh, so they're so strong over here. I gotta bring my big boys down. Meanwhile, while I'm doing all that, I opt to get a T-copter over here because I want to reinforce and get this corner property. Now that I've basically won at the top, I need to have my reinforcement. I need to win something. When you have a big battle and you win the battle, what is your compensation? You need to get a comm tower, you need to get some properties. If you just win a battle, who cares? The game is decided long term on income. If you're ahead on unit count and it gets to day limit, it doesn't matter if you're behind on income because then you lose. I mean, it does matter. But what I'm saying is you have to have compensation for winning a battle. When you conquer a country, let's say Russia invades Ukraine, right? They go, let's blow up some tanks. They don't just leave after that. What's their compensation? Well, they want natural resources. They want terrain. They want to have control of land. That is a compensation. My compensation is these properties, because this is not real war, this is advanced wars. My compensation is these properties. You need compensation. So to expedite the compensation for winning all of these battles, I need to get a T-copter to take advantage of that. Tank comes in, he starts blasting me over here. Medium tank was a great buy, to be honest. It blasted me, caught me off guard. He builds another big beefy medium tank. Boonga hits my copter. I bet he's going to combine again because he really wants this property. He was able to get this property. Now I only have a 1k income advantage. However, looking like I'm going to get at least more. Combines. Built some more anti-air. Yes. Got. Now, of the 6 most contested properties, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 of the 6. He has 1 of the 6. And 1 of them isn't capped. I am loving life at this point. Honestly, I was playing pretty sloppily in terms of trades and whatnot. But honestly, all I have to do at this point with income advantage is equal trades. It doesn't matter. As long as it's equal, I'm going to be up ahead because I have the income. It's like trading down chess pieces. Let's say I'm ahead 2 rooks. It doesn't matter if I trade a bishop for a bishop. In fact, I want that. I want to take the knights off the board. I want to take pawns off the board. Equal trades is great for you when you have a material advantage. So the less units I have to deal with, the less properties I have to deal with, the better. So I'm taking equal trades to build another Mio tank. I said, hell no, I'm not allowing that. Barely lives. I'm fighting into it, even though this is not a winning battle. I'm just taking Baboonian equal trades because I really don't want to allow that property. However, I do leave an opening for Muju here, and he takes good advantage of it. He says, hell no, am I going to allow you to get the next Winter Fury? Boom. Bang. That hurts, actually. I love that recon. It nursed it up to full health. Bang. Bang. So close. So close. Winter Fury gets the second Winter Fury, which hurts. It's not terrible because it was mostly done after all of the attacks. Usually Winter Furies hurt the most when you get it at the beginning of the turn because then all your opponents are 8s and you can rush in and destroy them all with your full HP units. But he's basically already attacked, so it doesn't hurt as much as it could have, but he's going to kill off my anti-air, which sucks. Builds a rockets. Now this is ambitious at best. First blunder of Muji's game, I'd say. Well, one blunder was allowing me to capture this property so easily, but rockets, man, like, that's just bad. Don't build rockets on this map. Hell, artillery are pretty decent, but tanks are better, recons are better, neo-tanks, bombers are better. Notice another thing. No one's built any bombers. Why is this? Sure, they can beat neo-tanks, but bombers can't heal. Neo-tanks can heal, so that's kind of why I built them. When they get down to 8 HP, that bomber is staying at 8 HP. It's going to go down to 6, it's going to stay at 6 HP. It's going to be one shot by an anti-air at those health rates. However, my neo-tanks, if they get hurt, I heal them up. On any of these cities, they're more durable. Bombers run out of fuel, bombers can just die. Neo-tanks can always be repaired, assuming that they're not attacked while they're repairing. So that's why I want sustainability. Get my second Winter Fury. Sucks to get it second, but whatever. Copter comes in. I really don't want to allow that. He's at 2 now. Neo-tank comes in, gets a hit. I am great positioning to start capturing these caps right there. I really need those. Heal up my units. Attack the copter, doesn't do anything. I go for this very ambitious cap. Very ambitious tank right there, too. I don't know about that. Build more recons, because hell, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 recons. I love recons on this map. They are so good. I can see all of his reinforcements over here. Recons are great. Combines, he's at 9 now. I really don't want to allow that cap. Tank comes in at free hit, basically. I have to retreat. I'm way overextended. This was too ballsy on my part. Medium tanks get 2 great hits right there. Look at that. Just basically, or no, just 1 actually. But the Neo tank kind of caught me off guard. I was not expecting this Neo tank, as you will see. So I have to retreat to the top. Boom. I'm going. I put it over here even. I don't want to reveal to a recon my intentions and plans. So I keep it hidden over there just to make sure I can get that corner property. Retreat. Heal up. Tank comes in. I do not want to allow that cap. I do not want to allow that cap. Go in for the roll. Get it. Even if I didn't, I still would have stopped the cap. Boom. Bong. Whew, no more. And then I felt like this was a knockout blow. Oh, no, not yet. I get a little hit over there. I don't reveal my Neo tanks. You can't see it right now. You can't see either of these Neo tanks because if you note, first thing I do is kill off his vision. Actually, no, he didn't even have he has no recon. That sucks. No wonder he's struggling down there. He has no recon. He's got all these heavyweights, but he has no recon. Which is gonna hurt. Rocket gets into position. Takes like 5 turns to get set up, but so be it. Kills off my copter, kills off my tank. Neo tank still has not revealed itself. That is one patient Neo tank if I have ever seen one. It has not moved. Has not moved. Builds a T-copter similar to me. He's sensing he's winning over here. He wants to transport copter down all his units. Now I have a nice juicy juicels 4K income advantage. Can I hold on to that? Neo tank comes in. Other Neo tank comes in. Honestly, I felt this was a knockout blow. I was like, Muji's gonna resign and we're good to go. I felt so good at this turn because it was like I'm taking equal trades for the most part, maybe even slightly ahead, but I have income advantage. I felt this was a knockout turn. I go for the cap there. I go for the block there. He cannot break through this. I even put my my artillery to block over there as well. Anything that attacks there. However, he gets me off guard. Well, he stops. He doesn't stop the cap over here. He tries, which is great. Now I'm going to have a, 6K income advantage? Which is insane. You're never going to get that. But he kills off my Neo. That caught me off guard. I was like, whoa. Whoa, my Neo. Neo. That was not fun. Now it's 1 Neo against 1 Neo. And I don't even really want to fight into this. If I fight into his Neo, he's going to get superpower first. He builds another Neo. So I was like, okay. Put my recon in like the best spot possible. I see all reinforce. I see all things coming from here, unless it goes for the city for some reason. This is the best spot on the map to have a recon, basically. Maybe this too as well, but this is probably the best spot. You have it right here for me, right here for him. If it can stay there, you have like a 200-point bonus in terms of like skill, or like it makes you such better player. It gives you all the intel you need. So if you can have a recon there, it is game-changing. So I want to stick that there as long as possible. Kill off the recon over there. Heal up my units. I really am not going to allow that. That's crazy. My Neo tank actually retreats to the bottom. I'm attacking. Actually, I feel a little defensive right now. I don't know what to expect. That Neo tank really freaked me out. Gets in position to cap. Kills off my infantry, double combines like he always does. And now, oh, don't mind me. Yeah, okay, I can't interrupt with a vehicle there. That's gonna get just slacked. So do not allow that. Love that double 2-hit KO right there. Also the recon. I see the rocket. The rocket has lost its basic premise, the element of surprise. When you get attacked by a rocket, you're like, was that an artillery? What was that? You don't know unless it's really far away range. So rockets have like the best surprise attacks because you're like, where is that coming from? You have no idea. So he lost all that. It was revealed. And because of that, I'm able to play around. I get out of its range. Barely out of its range, but enough to like sneak in if possible. I interrupt with my recon over there. I'm like, yeah, maybe I can get the first one or the third one of Fury too. That'd be so great. Kills off my infantry. I'm fine with that. Kills off my copter. I didn't love that part. That part sucked. Not gonna lie. I'm like, yes, I'm gonna get the first. I'm gonna get the first. Let's go, baby. But he's hunting for that charge. He is hunting for that charge. He's like, F this anti-air. He really wants that property, but Gonga sacks it so he can get the third Winter Fury. Smart move, honestly. He has enough anti-air, so, and I have no copters anyway, so not a bad move. Neo tank's very passive, but it's defending. Now, the only way to stop that is my Neo tank one-shots that, and then like a tank comes in through there. But it's dubious. I don't want to sack a Neotank for a property, so in certain situations, it's not worth it. Boom, I break in. That rocket, boom! It got one shot off an infantry. 15k. Took like 6 turns to get over there. Ouchie, that hurts. In position over there, he's not capturing this property. I have locked in the 6k income lead. However, I play a little passive. I wasn't sure if there was something in the forest. I get trapped there. I'm like, whatever. He can have that property. I don't want to sack another Neotank for this. Neotank comes in. At this point, I retreat at the top. Actually, no, I actually get kind of greedy here. I go for the cap there. This is actually not too greedy. I'm using my 3 HP copter as a blocker. Not terrible. Anything that attacks will be artillery shellacked. Kill off that tank or close to it. I lure his Neotank. I'm like, he can attack with his Neotank into mine, but he doesn't know I have a second one. So this is like a little siege plan. I was like, I'm going to take a bad engagement. I'm going to paralyze him. He's going to have to attack so many different things. I kind of stimulated him. Attack here, attack here, attack here, attack. What do you do? There's so many things going on. I have 36 units. He has 22 units. How does he respond? Comes in, attacks my Neo like I wanted. Stops the cap. Attacks it. Actually, Neotank wasn't even in range, so he got away with it getting hit by an artillery. But now my Neotank comes in. Bonk. Bonk. This is dead. Just deady dead. Tanks come in. Clean up the schlop. I think I have a hardened attack right here. I just double entrench. I really want that property. And he resigns. He lost his Neotank over here. He's down so significantly. The income advantage the entirety of the way has kind of grueled on, really drained him. He's just had lower income the entirety of the game. He never once had higher income than me until, actually, maybe at the beginning because he captured like these 2 properties that were safe while I rushed to the middle, but the main difference was the capture phase. That's basically, we had even trades the most of the game. Like, he didn't play bad by any means. We basically were dead even. But I had this property. I had this property for the majority of the time. And that's the difference maker. It's all about capture phase and reinforcements. I lured him a little over here to weather a storm while he had more vehicles than me. I had better reinforcement. I was able to weather that storm while also winning over here. I had less units over here, more units over here. I won down here because I had more units. And I won/stalemated over here because he overextended. So even though that I was also down there, like right here, he's got more units. 1, 2, 3, 4 tanks. Copter. I have 2 tanks. I'm going to win down here. No problem. How do I win over here? He is so overextended. I have my copter reinforcements basically in 2 to 3 turns. My tank reinforcements over here. And it's just enough. It's just enough to have that distance. Sometimes distance can serve as an extra troop for you. An extra tank, per se. Because you have that reinforcement bonus. So, and this Neotank will get in this fray in 2 turns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything attacking over here, you attack that infantry, that's 2 turns reinforced for Neotank. You attack this tank, that's 2 turns reinforced for my Neotank. So it's really crucial to understand reinforcement lines. And I messed up with the recon earlier, I admit. We played some of this live, I'm not gonna, lie. But, no reinforcement times. If this was 1 tile lower, maybe that would have been better, because theoretically, if he had 2 tanks, he could have really punished me there, but I hope you guys learned a lot. And yeah, I did not go into this. This is another reinforcement line. Imagine he has a tank there. I get 2 free hits. Cool, free hits. But that's not a sustainable battle. I won a quick tactical gain, but then his tanks are going to slaughter my units that came over here anyway, so it made no sense. So very glad I did not attack into that. I should not have put this in the forest. I should have fell back a little more, lure him slightly. Knowing that these are coming this way, he's going to have an advantage in the number of tanks. So yeah, it basically came down to capture phase, holding those contested properties, identifying the most contested properties on this map. Very important. Especially with Olaf, where it's harder to get those back later in the game with Winter Fury. Anytime you have global damage COs, capture the contested properties as early as possible, because you're probably not going to get them later on in the game. And if you do, it's going to take a long, long time. Anyway, hope you guys learned something. Hope you guys were entertained. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.